Kansas City, who upped their record to 6-1 with a little help from Mother Nature and their defense.
It's Sorensen to the house!
KC didn't allow Drew Lock to throw any TDs, picked him off twice, held him to a 57.7 rating.
And that's picked off on the play, Tyrann Mathieu.
The Chiefs now have a rating allowed under 80, a completion percentage allowed under 60, yards per attempt allowed under 7. All of that equals one of the best passing defenses in the league.
Going deep and nobody home.
The Chiefs also sacked Lock 3 times, Chris Jones picking up 1, which gives him 4.5 on the season.
Oh, they come through and bring him down! Chris Jones!
He might be able to add to that total this week because the Jets just allowed Sam Darnold to be sacked 6 times and have now allowed 24 QB sacks for the year.
Darnold eludes one, can't elude another, lost the football.
And that's part of the reason their passing attack has looked so anemic so often. Darnold failing to throw a TD, throwing 2 interceptions, and mustering just 120 yards through the air, the Jets last in passing yards per game on the season.
Now throwing and intercepted!
So with that side of things seeming like a significant mismatch, maybe it's a game where they try and load up on Frank Gore.
And a nice run to get things started by Frank Gore.
Gore has back-to-back games with over 4 yards a carry, gaining 5.5 a run last week.
Gore picks his way.
He just hasn't had more than 11 carries in either of those games. But I'm willing to bet if you asked him to run it 25 times, he would.
Gore again spinning, free.
And the fact is, the Chiefs are not a good team when it comes to stopping the run.
There he goes, galloping into the secondary.
They gave up 8.8 a carry to Phillip Lindsay last week before he left hurt, gave up 5.4 to Denver as a whole, and are allowing over 5 a run for the year.
He gets a block by Fant. He is in the secondary again.
And maybe a Gore-heavy game plan could keep Patrick Mahomes and company off the field long enough to keep it close. Mahomes is coming off a quiet game for him. He's had a few of those this year, but it's mostly based on how their games are unfolding. He just hasn't had to go crazy throwing the ball too often. Still, 16 TDs, just 1 interception, still putting up over 250 yards a game.
They got Hardman, who's having a big game early.
Another reason Mahomes has been able to kick back a little more, KC's run game, which already was riding pretty high behind Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I'm looking for a block, and he's off to the races. Fisher was leading the way into the secondary. There goes Edwards-Helaire.
But which also now officially features Le'Veon Bell. 6 carries, 39 yards in his debut, and already getting a chance to face off with his old team.
There he goes! Spun free into the secondary.
Look, I know most everyone is going to pick KC in this one, so everyone who posts a prediction, add in what you think Bell does against the Jets. Does Andy Reid try and set him up for a big game? While you ponder that, we'll roll out of here with 6 predictions, one of them from Nick Shook, who is our prediction numero uno. Nick hitting at close to 70% for the year when it comes to picking winners.
P-Ryan trying the right side again, turning a corner, looking for the end zone. Did he get there?
Field goal. It'll be taken out by Byron Pringle. And he finds a seam. He breaks a tackle. The kicker to beat. Look at